Welcome to Adventures in Storyland, where we read and retell classic fairy tales. Today I'm going to tell you guys about the brave little tailor, as best as I remember it. Once upon a time, there was a tailor, and he didn't like being a tailor. It was dreadfully boring. And so, one hot summer day, as he's sitting on his table, because that was the custom of the time, sewing away, one boring stitch after the next, he heard a woman down in the streets calling out, "Hello, come and buy, honey is good." And he thought, ooh, I am going to buy myself some honey. I'll make a honey sandwich, and I will keep that right next to me as a reward for myself. At the end of every scene, I'll take a bite. And so he called out the window, "Hello there, old woman. Up here on the 5th floor, I should like to buy some honey." She says, "All right, I'm coming." And so he started climbing the stairs. Oh, thought the tailor, this is gonna be good. And so she came up. "Here I am. How much honey would you like? I've brought a whole pound up here." "Oh, I just need a few ounces, just enough for a sandwich." "You made me climb 5 sets of stairs for what?" says the old woman. "Yeah, it's a sale." "Fine," says she. "Here's your honey. Give me the money." "Here's your money, my dear, and I'll even give you an old rag you can wrap around your head for when you have toothache." She said, "Keep your rags. You can see I don't have a tooth in my mouth." "Ah, that was a fun old lady," says the tailor after she'd left to himself. "Now for some honey." And so he made himself a honey sandwich with a good thick layer of golden honey on the crisp bread. And he settled back into his sewing, ready to... "But what is this? There are flies all over my honey," he says. "Ah! Get away from there! Shoot! Shoot! Budge! Whap!" And he whaps the sandwich and he goes, "Oh! That is colossal. There are 7 dead flies. I have killed 7 flies with a single blow. That is amazing. The whole world should know about this." And so, washed his hands and began to embroider in big, bold letters onto a belt, 7 dead with 1 blow. And so, he put the belt on proudly and went out into the world to proclaim to all that he was the amazing kind of person that could kill 7 with 1 blow. Never mind whether it was 7 flies. Well, on his wanderings, remember he was tired of being a tailor after all. I think any excuse would have done. In his wanderings, he got to a kingdom that was being laid to waste by 2 giants. They would lumber about the farmers' fields and eat their cows and ruin their corn. And the people, well, frankly, they had had enough. They were just about ready to get rid of the king, who seemed utterly impotent and unable to do anything about the giants. And the king was getting pretty worried. But then his advisor brought in the tailor, explaining to the king, well, he may not look like much, but he is colossally strong. It says on his belt that he could kill 7 with 1 blow. Says the king, "Is that so, young man?" And the tailor says, "Yes, absolutely it is." He says, "All right. Well, what do you want in return for killing the giants?" "Well, what are you offering?" says the tailor. Well, let me think, says the king. Ah, yes, yes, yes. You can become Knight of the Light Blue Giraffe. Says the knight, or not the knight, the tailor. Not enough. No. But, says the king, there are only 7 in this kingdom who have that order. Then let those 7 kill the giants. Well, right. Then, what do you want? Well, for starters, half the kingdom. And secondly, no, well, I want to meet her first. Meet her? Well, yeah, the princess. I mean, how else can I know if I want to marry her if I haven't even met her? The Princess Rosamund. And the vizier goes, "Oh, go get her." The king's like, what? And the tailor's like, well, half the kingdom and the princess. Isn't that what you usually get as your reward in tales like this of bravery and greatness? And at that very moment, the king hears an angry mob outside, ready to depose him of his throne. And he goes, maybe. And then in comes the princess. Was there something you wanted, Papa? Yes, no. Very well then. So, is it all right that I leave then, Papa? Yes, my dear. Good, because I'm very busy. With what? Trying on my new summer dresses. They're all the rage. And she flounced. Wow. Yeah, she's all right, says the tailor. All right, I'll take her. So, half the kingdom and the princess's hand in marriage. And with the mob outside, the king could hardly say anything but, yes, okay. But, he says to the tailor, if you fail, you'll be drawn and quartered in the middle of the town square so everyone can see it. All right, says Peter, the tailor. After all, there's got to be some risk. And so off he goes. But now, thinking about it, he's like, some good ideas would be good. I'm going to start by picking up rocks and putting them in my pockets because something is bound to work out. And so he stuffs his pockets with as many rocks as he can carry while he's walking to where the giants have been sleeping every night. But when he hears them coming, he runs. Who can run on a tree? Crawls up the tree quick as can be and hides in highest branches. And in stomp the giants to their clearing. Oh, that was a fun day. Yeah, but you know, I'm getting a little bored just taking cows and kicking over the farmhouses. I want to do something extra fun. Like what? Isn't it fun when the farmers scream when we take their things? Yeah, but in town they have all these statues. I want to play with tin soldiers. You're a big kid, but they have spires and I can use them to pick my teeth. I get cow horns stuck in them awful sometimes. All right, tomorrow we'll go to the king's town and we'll kick some houses round. Let's go to sleep. And so the two giants laid down to sleep. Thought the tailor. They don't seem like the brightest bulbs in the box. I think I have an idea. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna throw this rock and see if I can hit him right in the face. And he throws the rock hard as he can. It hits right on the cheek. He wakes up. Oh, why are you hitting me? he says to the other giant. Me? I hit you? You are dreaming. Go back to sleep. All right, if you say so. Lays back down to sleep. See what happens if I get the other guy. I'm going to see if I can hit him right in the nose. And he throws the rock and hits right in his nose. Wait, oh! What are you hitting me for? And he starts punching his friend. Why are you hitting me? I didn't hit you. Why are you hitting me? Oh, I didn't. You were hitting me in my stomach. Oh, I didn't. Fine. But if you hit me again, I'm gonna kill you. And then they went back to sleep, and Tailor thought, ha, I know exactly what to do here. Where's my biggest rock? And he throws it right between the second giant's eyes. Good shot. You hit me again. Now I'm going to kill you. And he starts pounding on the other giant. The other giant goes, not if I kill you first. And each of them grabs hold of a tree trunk and rips it out of the ground and hits each other with it until both of them die. And quick as a wink, down climbs our brave little Tailor and climbs up to stand on top of them as if he has just finished slaying them himself. And the townspeople come rushing out because they've heard all this commotion, and they see him standing there on top of the giants, and they go, oh, brave Tailor, we want you to be our king. And he says, oh, well, half the kingdom's plenty for me. And the king goes, oh, comes out as well. He goes, no, you can have all of it. I am tired of being king. But you can't have the princess. What? Why not? She doesn't want you. Let me talk to her. We'll see about that. And so, the princess comes over and she says, what do you want? No matter what you say, I won't marry you. Well, I wasn't going to say anything earlier, says the tailor, but your dresses, they are terribly out of style. You would be laughed at in Paris. The gown, the cut, oh, it's all wrong. Oh, it makes my eyes hurt. What? Says the princess, you can't be serious. Oh, yes, it's quite terrible. You need to have the lace from Valencia, and you need to have it cut just so at the waist with the boat cut for the neckline. Oh dear. Oh, you must fix me with it. Help me fix my summer-dresses, says the princess. Well, on one condition, says the tailor. Oh, anything if you'll just help me with the dresses. All right. Why don't you tell your dad when we're going to get married? Yes, of course, says the princess. Oh, Papa, she goes to the king. Please make it so that we can get married right away. What? You want to all of a sudden? Says the king. Oh, yes, because I have found that the tailor is so witty and so intelligent, and well, he's the only one that knows of fashion well enough. And so I simply must have him as my husband. Well, says the king, all right, my life just got a whole lot easier. And so the wedding was planned and held, and everyone lived happily ever after. Snip, snap, snout. Now the story is out. Tip, tap, tin. Soon a new one will begin.